Hey guys, look what I made today. My first jack-o'-lantern. I do not know why it's taken me so long to actually make one of these. I never made one as a kid. And I thought I would just have it in the background of all my October videos, despite whether they are Halloween based or horror based or not, or whatever. Just for a little bit of fun. And I'm going to call him Jack Pumpkinhead. Let me know down in the comments if you get that reference at all. And look, it even lights up as well. So it is now officially the Halloween period. Hi guys, welcome back. My name is David. Who do you mean who? Who is? It's David. It's a I'm a English booktuber, and I've been doing this for a while now. So hopefully you enjoy my presence here today. Well, there's no need to take that attitude. Anyway, in all seriousness, guys, it is the month of October, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, and if you have been watching my channel for a while now, welcome back. So the novel that I will be reviewing today is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This is the first time I've actually read this novel before, as well as anything by this author, so I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I have already seen the movie by Steven Spielberg a bunch of times, but I was really excited to go into this novel. So, as I always say in all my review videos, this is going to be a spoiler-free video, and this is going to be my own thoughts and opinions towards this novel, guys, so please remember that. So the main storyline of Jurassic Park is focusing around a small island which is owned and operated by one man called John Hammond. John is a more of a Walt Disney type of figure. He's more larger than life, and he is building a resort on the island, and no one knows what he's building or what he's doing. They are aware of it, but they don't know what it involves. We do find out that people that work on the island have been taken to hospital where they've been attacked by dinosaurs or creatures, as they say. And we find out that small children have been attacked by all these strange, mysterious creatures as well, all these small creatures. And no one seems to know what's going on. We are then just introduced to one of our main characters called Dr. Alan Grant, who is a archaeologist and digs up dinosaur bones and fossils. And he's been contacted by John on a regular basis because John finds his work interesting and wants to fund Alan's work and his digs. And he tells Alan, well, look, come to my island and I will show you what I've been doing. And he says, right, if you go to this area, there's a helicopter there that'll take you to the island. We got to pick up several people along the way, and you can tell me what you think of it. So along the way, so before he goes, he takes his assistant with him, who is kind of a student. Her name's called Ellie Sattler. They aren't romantically involved like they are in the movie. They don't have anything like that. There's no tension or anything like that. They're professional people that are just friends. That's all they are, just friends, and they work together. That's all that Ellie and Alan are in the novel. So when they're on the helicopter, we find that they are introduced to one character called Ian Malcolm, or Dr. Ian Malcolm, who is a mathematician. He is very intelligent and very articulate, and he's a deep thinker. We're introduced to one of the a disgruntled employee of Jurassic Park, or from this island, called Dennis Nedry, who maybe feels like he's underappreciated at the park, and because he's more responsible for the computers at the park and the operational things there with the computers. And he has been talking to another company about smuggling out dinosaur embryos, which can help them create their own dinosaurs. And they say to him, look, if you do this, we'll give you millions and millions of dollars for each embryo that you manage to get out. And Dennis decides to do this. He's not like a villain or anything like that. He just feels like it's underappreciated. at the park. And we also find that there's a character called Donald Gennaro. Maybe I've said his name wrong, but I'll be calling him Donald throughout the whole throughout the whole review. Donald is a lawyer, and he's been sent to the island to keep an eye on everything and just to make sure everything's all running smoothly. He is a surprising character because he cares a lot for everyone on the island and their well-being, and he's extremely helpful every time something needs to be done. He's always volunteering for it, and he's just a really genuinely like a nice guy. So when we get to the island, we discover that the whole island is inhabited by dinosaurs, real life dinosaurs, and they are taken to a laboratory where they are introduced to one of the main scientists called Dr. Henry Wu, who tells them that this is how we've done it. This is how we've got DNA from insects and made dinosaurs out of that. And it gets very scientific at sometimes, but you get the idea when you read the book. And as it goes on, we find out that dinosaurs are being created there, and they see them being born as well, or some of them anyway. And this upsets Ian a lot because he keeps on saying to John and Henry, like, well, what gives you guys the right to create dinosaurs again, to actually recreate them? Like, you don't know how they will react to human beings around humans. You don't know if you'll be able to contain them in their own separate, areas within the park itself, or even on the island. They might get off. How do you know they won't escape? And how do you know they won't actually stop breeding on the island by themselves? And at this point, Henry tells him that, don't actually worry, all the dinosaurs on the island are female. And he's like, well, how did you know? Did you, like, look to see if all the dinosaurs had the right equipment or not? The whole theme of the book is like, should man play God? And like should he mess with nature? And and all that type of stuff. So before they get onto the tour, we are introduced to a couple of new characters, which are young kids, which are John's grandchildren, called Tim and Lex, a boy and a girl. Lex is extremely irritating. She's whiny all the time. She's always asking, She's always asking to actually eat something. She's always saying that she's hungry. She's always talking about baseball. And she's just generally like moaning all the time. And Tim is very interested in dinosaurs. He's extremely intelligent for his age. He's extremely grown up for his age as well. He's dependent. And he's more the, I'm not sure what the ages are like with them two. I always saw them as the same age. But I think that Tim might be slightly older than Lex, because Lex seems really immature at some times. And she doesn't really seem to do that much. Her character doesn't really have that much progression or anything like that. So they go off on the tour, and while this happens, Dennis manages to steal embryos, and he goes off into a jeep and drives off to a dock area where a boat is waiting for him to take him off the island safely, where he can deliver the embryos and get his millions of dollars and live happily ever after. But unfortunately, things don't go according to plan for Dennis. He crashes his car and runs into a little friend of his. And it's very, very creepy about what actually happens. I wouldn't recommend reading that section at night. Michael's writing style is very detailed. Throughout the whole book, I actually saw myself on the island. I was actually on the island while I was actually reading this book. You felt that way. You felt that you were on the island with these characters, and that's really great. Because Michael describes his surroundings beautifully and vividly. You know what the surroundings are like. You know what people are like and how they react around one another. You know what the dinosaurs are like, how they're moving, how they're reacting, how they're killing people. Everything is extremely detailed. So we find out that as a tour is going on, we find out that they have discovered a sick Triceratops who and Ellie stops and says to the guys that just go onto the tour. I'll stay with this vet that works at Jurassic Park. Is there with her, and we will find out what's wrong with this Triceratops. And they say, okay, fine, we'll actually meet up later because there's a hotel on the island as well. And when this is going on, the cars stop in front of the T-Rex enclosure, and the T-Rex gets out because the power goes out in the park, and all the electrified fences go down, and he escapes from the enclosure and attacks the jeeps. And people get hurt. Ian gets hurt within this process as well, and he's later picked up by Ellie. And Dr. Cron and Tim and Lex have to go off into the park itself among the dinosaurs without any fences or anything like that, and try to survive this process. The whole time that this is going on as well, the employees of the park are trying to get the park up and running. They're trying to, go in their control room and get all the park operational. And they know that Dennis has actually done something to the park and to the computers, and they're trying to fix it, and they're trying to get the park back up and running. At this point, John is kind of aside. He's kind of away for most of the story as well. He has a house on the island, and he's looking about how these people are reacting to the island and the tour and the experience as well. Even though the park is actually finished, there's still loads of things that need to be done. And he finds that they aren't enjoying the park as much as he hopes that they would. And this really infuriates John, as he keeps visualizing in his head that children coming from all over the world and looking at these dinosaurs in wonder and thinking that this is the best moment in their lives. And he's disappointed that this isn't going as according to plan. And also he knows what's happened to his grandchildren, and he keeps on thinking, oh, why do they have to spoil it? They're like kids. Why can't they behave and grow up and all that type of stuff? He doesn't say grow up, but he might as well have actually said that anyway. The whole point of the story is for them to go off and actually get on a boat and escape from the island and to try to survive this. This is a really, really good book, and I really enjoyed it so much. So let's get to the likes and dislikes for this novel. First, the likes. I liked the storyline throughout the whole book. The whole time that I was reading this, I felt that I was on the island myself. I liked the characters, even though some of them, like Lex and Ellie, I didn't like that much. Especially Lex. Lex, I found her extremely whiny, and I thought, okay, maybe her character will, she'll have a character arc at the end where she praises her brother and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you were right and I was wrong, and a lot about dinosaurs, and you're so smart." Nothing like that. Although they do care about one another, a lot. The description of this book is extremely graphic and vivid. Michael Crichton does go into detail a lot where he's describing the weather, his surroundings, how people get killed, people's descriptions of their physical appearance and how they act around each other. And I really, really enjoyed it. This book was an absolute joy to read. It really was. This book was the biggest surprise of 2020 at the top of my head. And now for the dislikes. To be honest, I didn't really have that many dislikes throughout this novel. I could actually nitpick this book page for page, but I don't really want to do that because it'd be like nitpicking, and I don't really want to be picky about stuff. One thing that it wasn't really a dislike for me, but throughout the novel, it does have all these. When people are working on computers, it does show you a picture of what's on the screen. So it'll show you code there, and it'll show you graphs, as well. And I mean, it's not. And I mean, also, let me just. I think I found something else actually. And see there, there we go. And that's when that's seen, that's what they show on the screen. And even though I did actually like this, because if he just said, "Oh, Tim typed out all these buttons and this is what's showing up on the screen," we couldn't really visualize it in our heads. So in a way, I mean, no one's going to read all through that, and or all these massive chunks of codes, like for example, like that. No one's going to read through that letter by letter when they're reading this book. But so it kind of took me out of the story, but not really. It wasn't really a massive dislike for me, and I didn't really mind it, to be honest. But let's see, Lex being irritating, that was a dislike for me. Although she is okay for the novel, but I thought that she was going to have a character arc. And she doesn't really have that one. It's all about baseball and, oh, I'm hungry. Even in the book, when they get back to the lodge, because they stay in a hotel in this novel as well, Ellie's saying to Tim, "Oh, Tim, I'm hungry for ice cream." And he says, okay, I'll find you some. But in the meantime, here's these candy bars. You can have these instead, while I try to find you what you want. And she says, "Oh, no, I want ice cream only. I don't want any candy bars." I'm thinking, seriously, you're probably hungry. I mean, if you're hungry, you'll eat anything. It's like, why are you being so picky? But in all fairness, guys, I didn't really have that many dislikes throughout this book. And I mean, some of the characters I didn't like, but that's all I can really say. So any closing thoughts I have about Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton? Read this book, guys. Buy this book. If you see this in the shops or online or wherever, and you're thinking, "Oh, it's going to be exactly like the movie," it's not like the movie, guys. As I said, it does have scenes. It does have the T-Rex where it's attacking the Jeeps. It does have the raptor scenes. It does have the laboratory scenes. It does have the dig site with Alan Grant. And it does have all the characters that are in the movie, but the movie and the book are so different from one another. It's like if you actually wrote out the entire story onto tracing paper with a pencil and photocopied it about 20 billion times and then gave it to Steven Spielberg. That's what the movie is like. You can barely read what the novel says, but it will give you general events that happen throughout the book, so he can make him into the movie. So remember that if you want to try pick this book up. But I seriously recommend that you read this book, guys. Even if you haven't seen the movie, I would highly recommend this book. I cannot recommend this book enough. So, what do I rate Jurassic Park? At first, I was expecting this to be a 3.5 stars or a 4 stars at best. But unfortunately, guys, I will not be giving either a 3.5 stars or a 4-star rating for Jurassic Park. It's something that I simply cannot do. In fact, I am going to give this a 5 stars out of 5. Yes, full marks for Jurassic Park. So that's my review on Jurassic Park, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this has been informative for you. If you like this video, please give it a massive like and a massive thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know if I've inspired you to pick this book up, or if you've read this book. Let me know what you think about it, or what your thoughts are on about this novel. If you have watched the movie and if you're interested in watching and actually reading the book, let me know if this video has helped you to do that. And if you have any questions about any of the characters or any of the scenes in the book, just comment down below. And if you want to talk about the movie, guys, we can talk about it down below as well. But if we do talk about, if you do comment about the movie or the book, please remember to keep it as spoiler-free as you can, because some people may have not watched the movie or read the book, so please keep that in mind. And lastly, lastly, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. If you do subscribe, please click on the little bell notification just so you know whenever I upload videos. I upload videos every Monday and Friday. So with all that said, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading, and I will see you in my next video.